This town is truly extraordinary. The idea that they wanted to celebrate Canada a century later and give thanks to the entire nation for their liberation in 1917 is well and truly extraordinary, not least of which because the town had to be destroyed in order to be liberated. So our soldiers were responsible for the absolute destruction of this town that predated Rome. It's got more than 2,000 years of history that was all obliterated, particularly in the fighting around April 1917. But for them, the Canadian final capture of Givenchy in the aftermath of the Battle for Vimy, that marks the start of their rebirth. Their rebuilding for what was going to come next can only start after the Canadian Corps liberates that town on the 10th of April 1917.
It's profoundly moving that people, in the case of Givenchy, a century later, still feel that sense of connection and gratitude.
The partnership with Kent and the Gregg Centre started about a year ago, actually, last July, when we were in Givenchy en Goële in France with our teachers tour that runs every year. For the people of Givenchy, Vimy and the battle for Vimy is part of their history and heritage, and they want to remember it. The mayor, when he greeted us, he said that when the Canadian soldiers arrived in April 1917, Givenchy was reborn. Givenchy actually wanted to celebrate the Year of Canada, and they wanted to have 500 flags so they could put one on all of the buildings and houses in their community for the entire year of 2017. Our director, Mark Milner, approached Kent's one day just on a whim and learned that they would supply all 500 flags and ship them over to Givenchy en Goële. So we were delighted that they would help us out and make sure that Givenchy had the flags to celebrate the Year of Canada.
I was humbled to the point of almost shame that our story of Vimy Ridge that gets told and retold in schools across Canada doesn't include these people, doesn't include the people of France. How could we be so ignorant to leave out the voice of the very people for whom many Canadians volunteered to go save?
It's important for UMB and Canada in particular to be aware that a town in France that was completely destroyed in the First World War wants to celebrate Canada and wants to have that connection. And I think that in our current situation, with the difficult times that we're going through in the world in general, that connection and that bond are what's going to change. It's going to change things because we can connect with people from a different culture, a different language, and a different time, and have a common history to celebrate and to share. And so I'm very delighted that Kent's stepped up and did this because without them, we couldn't have done it.